everyone. Today I am going to make a special request from Haley, my roommate. This is actually the recipe that most people think of when they think of me cooking, mostly because I made them we used to have these taco nights and I used to make Okie tacos and everybody loved them. I love them. It's one of the few things that my mom taught me to make when I was a kid. I know that there are a lot of people that make Okie tacos, but they just don't feel like they're really well known. But I absolutely love them, and they are the craziest, unexpected combination of things. So that is what we're making today, is Okie tacos. Super simple. Most people add like tomatoes and onions and lettuce to theirs, but honestly, I like mine with just maybe some sour cream and cheese, and that's it. The basic things that you'll need are a pound of ground beef, and then you need ketchup. And I'm not gonna tell you how much ketchup to use because we're just gonna put ketchup in until I feel like it looks like enough. Now you can just do the meat and the ketchup. But I also like to add a little bit of barbecue sauce to my formula of making Okie tacos. You will need some vegetable oil and some corn tortillas also, and then whatever toppings you want to put on your tacos. So my mom dices up tomatoes and cuts up some lettuce and cuts up some purple onion. I'm not gonna do any of that because I don't really feel like they need it. So come on, let's give it a try. So the very first step is to brown some ground beef. So I've just got my 2 pounds of ground beef in my frying pan right here, or a little Dutch oven. I'm just gonna brown that. Once we've got it mostly browned, we're gonna drain off some of the fat, and then we're gonna add our ketchup. You know, when I was growing up, my mom didn't really like to cook, so this is one of the few recipes that is actually a pass down from my mom. I'm super attached to it as a recipe, but also I think it's delicious. When I started cooking, it was completely self-taught because my mom didn't like to cook and my grandmother wasn't a very good cook. So cooking was something I wanted to learn how to do. I feel like with cooking, you should just kind of throw yourself into it and just, I don't know, make it happen. You know, that's my philosophy behind cooking. I just sort of go, I can read, I can probably follow a recipe, and if I don't like a flavor, I can probably substitute for something else. Or if I don't have something, I can probably substitute something else, you know? You just gotta try it. This is what it ends up looking like. It's just sort of caramelized and it's so delicious. Okay. So that's step 1 for our tacos. Our next step is to fry the corn tortillas. You're gonna put a pretty shallow amount of vegetable oil, and you just want like maybe a centimeter, half an inch of oil in the bottom of your frying pan. And you're gonna get it hot. You want it to be really hot, so be careful. But like shimmery hot, you know, you want the oil to be shimmery before you add any tortillas into it. This I would normally do right when we're getting ready to eat because if you make them ahead of time, by the time you eat them, they get tough. Let's get one made. So I have my oil. It's been sitting on the heat for a few minutes. I'm gonna give it 1 or 2 more minutes and then we're gonna stick a corn tortilla in it, see what happens. The first tortilla that you put in the oil is usually a toss away because the oil's not hot enough and you think it is. So we're gonna try and see what happens. You want bubbles. And I got bubbles, so I'm gonna stick that in there. You want the shell in oil, flip it over, fold it over, and now you got your shell made. And you're gonna fry it on one side for a minute or so. And then you're gonna turn it over and fry it on the other side. Flip it back. You wanna get some real brown on it. See? Nice and golden. This really is the easiest recipe ever. So I have my shell. Ooh, it's hot. I am going to put some cheese in it. You can use any kind of cheese. When I was at the store, there was this Mexican blend cheese, which I'm sure is super not authentic, but then of course, Okie tacos are not authentic, so I don't know why I'd be worried about authenticity. So I'm gonna put my cheese down first, just because I think that'll help it be melty, and then I'm gonna put some meat on top of that, and then we're just gonna eat it. Okay, here is my Okie taco. We've got the nice fried tortilla. We've got this delicious taco meat in here that is just ground beef and a little bit of cheese in the bottom. Let's take a bite. That's heaven. Oh, I love that. If you have a pound of ground beef and some ketchup in your refrigerator, you have to try this. I promise you, it's like nothing you've ever eaten before. Have a good night, everybody.